All right, ZiaWrestler here on the spot. We got Jacob Espana, starting 125-pounder for New Mexico Highlands. Former Volcano Vista alumni, placed third at state as a senior, sixth as a junior. How is your training camp going for this summer, going into your senior year at New Mexico Highlands?
Training camp going for the senior year, it's been going good. I've been home for this part of the summer, but really been focusing on wrestling with bigger guys like Coach Marcos Martinez. He was a former college wrestler. He's a big guy. He's got the good college hand fighting. Isaac Lopez, who's going up to Adams. I've been working with him a lot just because he's a bigger guy. Cameron Hughesar, who's back down here from Embry-Riddle, who is also a Volcano Vista alumni. Eric Montoya when he's in town. So it's just been nice, just getting different feels. The long guys, the shorter guys, the stocky guys. So I've just been trying to go with bigger guys more than anything too. So summer training's been going really good, really good.
Tell us a little bit about what this next year means to you, and you told us about the training camp. Enlighten us a little bit on what you're looking to achieve in your senior year this year at New Mexico Highlands.
For me, it's all or nothing. High school, I've never won a state title. I was always right there. It sucked. I was never at the top. And wrestling, I'll always consider my first love. I fell in love with this sport, and it's one of my biggest passions. I'd love to do is wrestle, and not achieving what I wanted to in high school or right now in college either. It's just been eating at me alive. So the hunger that I have for this upcoming year is just throughout, unbelievable. I wrestled every guy I need to wrestle this year in the RMAC and our super region. I just got a lot of confidence going into this year. I lost close matches to guys at All-American. I've beaten All-Americans. So it's do or die pretty much for me, because this is my last year of competitive wrestling. So no matter what happens out there, I'm going to leave it every match, everything I got, because I can't go back to this. So this is just, like I said, do or die.
Those aspects, the wrestling part, definitely 100% behind you. Tell us a little bit about what had you been going through as far as the academics part and the achievements you've been accomplishing there as well, and what will you be getting your degrees in after this year's finished?
After this year's finished, I'm going to finish my undergrad in exercise science and minoring in teaching. And then my master's program, I'm going to go back up to Highlands to try to help coach as well, hopefully be a GA, and that'll be in sports medicine too. So long run, I'd like to be at a big university as one of the athletic trainers, but more than likely what I would love to do, just because I love teaching, I'll have my teaching degree. I want to come out here and teach at an APS high school and hopefully, take over a program. Academics, just at school, it's been going good. I made the all RMAC honor roll, and then I made the NCAA all Division II academics. So it was good. It was good to represent Highlands and that kind of put Highlands right there. Just to know that, hey, we're not all about just the wrestling too. We're about academics. So that was good.
What has enticed you to make that decision to become a coach?
Well, my summer job, I work at the gym. I teach cardio kickboxing bag classes, grappling, and then I also teach my striking class too. And I don't know, and then especially too working with, a bunch of different kids around Albuquerque, being at different high schools. It's just, there's no better feeling than watching someone, work their ass off and you see them win with stuff that you showed them. It's hard to explain, but it's just a great feeling seeing that kid going in day out, knowing that you taught them everything you could possibly teach them, and they go out there and use that move. It's awesome. I love teaching. I love seeing people be successful, and I love being around people too. I don't like being alone. I gotta talk.
Personal opinion, what style do you bring to the plate, and what do you think are your strengths in your game?
My style, I would say I'm more of a funk wrestler, scrambling. I think why I got into that style, or why that style fit for me so well, was gymnastics. I did gymnastics for about 8 years when I was younger. I loved it. I just got burnt out of it, so I found something new. But going from gymnastics to wrestling, I was very, very flexible. My dad is also 6'3", and I'm at 5'4". I don't know what happened, but I also have really long arms for my height. So when I'm on top, you know, I'm really good at claw riding and stuff like that. And that kind of falls into jiu-jitsu too. I was able to pick up jiu-jitsu really easily just with my flexibility and my lengthiness. So yeah, I would say my style, I'm a scrambler. Scrambler, and then, you know, on top, I'm going to turn you. I'm going to turn you.
How are you going to strike?
What's been my flaw the past 2 years is listening to the body. The beginning of the season, I would start off really good, engine going, you know, just feeling real healthy, feeling real strong, constant go, go, go. And towards the end of the season, my body would start to go down. So this season, I'm mainly focusing more because I know I'm in shape. I know I'm there mentally and physically. I just got to listen to my body instead of on a Sunday after a tournament, instead of doing a 2-a-day workout, just go in and get a sweat. Just little things like that. I got to be able to keep my body healthy because it is a long season. But yeah, I just got to listen to my body, you know, turn it on when it needs to be turned on, and just keep that hunger throughout the season, you know, because season doesn't end until March. Like I said, we start up from the first day we get back to school till March. So it's a long, long 6 months, but just staying hungry, staying healthy, and just having fun with it, really. This is the last year of competitiveness, or at least for wrestling, so you got to have fun.
Awesome. And you've actually, correct me if I'm wrong, you've actually stepped in the cage already.
Yes, sir.
How many times?
3 times.
Touch up a little bit on how this is all projected.
After I graduated, you know, I didn't win that state title, and I was crushed. So I thought I wanted to fight because everyone was starting to do the whole fighting thing. So stayed here, went to UNM for a 1.5 years, and I was fighting and training and having fun. But I got offered to be the assistant coach of Volcano Vista under Aaron Griego, and I caught myself just wrestling with the kids, not even necessarily coaching them anymore. I was just drilling with them, and I was training up for a Muay Thai fight coming up. And I had it in about 2 months, and I was literally just wrestling every day. And my coach at the time got really pissed. He was like, "Are you training?" And I was like, "No, I'm wrestling." So I caught on to that, and in my head, I was starting to get hungry just to go and wrestle on the mat again, like actually compete. And I was like, well, there's nothing for me. So I decided, I'll never forget it. It was Thanksgiving morning. I emailed Coach Doug Moses, and I was like, oh, he's probably not going to get back to me for a couple weeks. Emailed me back in 45 minutes, Thanksgiving morning. And yeah, decided I had 1.5 months left till spring semester. Screw it. Just packed everything up, went out there, and yeah, I love it.
No, Jake, I think we'll leave on that note, and ZiaWrestler is behind you 110%. The state of New Mexico is behind you 110%, and we definitely are anxious to see you come back with that national title next year. We appreciate the interview. Is there any last words you would like to say, or anything you would like to shout out?
I just want to say thank you to everyone that supported me. Thank you to all the coaches that have helped me over the years. Thank you, ZiaWrestler, for this interview. And for those of you that always thought I was gonna, I was always too weak, too small, we're gonna shock the world this year. Thank you guys.
Awesome. Thank you.